Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go!
Third! Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. And of course, you're gonna get the Hoffman spin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Stream number 2 today. Welcome back. For all those that were here earlier to the Mike the Ref Twitch channel, as we are on to stream 2, which is our AEW Collision. I'm so used to the middle of the week being Dynamite Sidecast this week. We got a little wrestling back to back. And, well, let's face it, it's all about the NBA playoffs and all that crazy stuff that's going on here. Let me, there we go. Just got to balance out the light a little bit. I'm going to crank her down a little bit here. I've been trying out some new stuff here, chat, so bear with. There we go. Brighten things up a little bit here and whatnot. And yeah, it's the second of 2 nights here that they're coming from Detroit. Very fun venue, very fun atmosphere. Had a good time yesterday. Like, once again, you can't have every AEW show be a home run, but everything needs to be singles and doubles. And I think we did get that yesterday. A solid double, if not a triple. A lot of great action, a lot of great story plots, a lot of great storylines going forward. And there was a lot of push towards what was happening tonight, which we did get a few of the pieces filled up here with the show poster for tonight. We are going to be getting Dark Order, which we haven't seen on TV in a very long time. We got Alex Reynolds and Evil Uno taking on Takeshita and Josh Alexander, which makes a lot of sense based on the storyline and what's going to be going on next week. We got Anthony Bowens taking on Lee Johnson, which is a nice undercard match. Hey, Nats fan, good to see you. Good to see everybody here. We got Ricochet taking on Angelico, who celebrated a birthday yesterday along with Will Ospreay. So, Angelico getting on TV is something we haven't seen in a while. Speedball Bailey Dralistico 2. That will be fun. And then yesterday, we had the challenge brought out by the Callis family to the Outrunners. And it seems like the Outrunners have found the Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito, along with AR Fox. They're going to be teaming up with the Outrunners to take on the Don Callis family, Takeshita, Archer, and Roppongi Vice. Then, of course, we got Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, which will be an absolute drag-out knockout match. And then the main event will be FTR, one member, taking on Daniel Garcia, which might...
One more for the good guys.
Catherson Hendreen, thank you for the subscription over on the YouTube channel. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, Kat. I hope the stream went well. Popped out a little bit after, but... Oh, Nats, yeah. I guess we should talk about that. The rather unfortunate comment by Javon Evans just... It's simply put, I don't think anybody in NXT has got much for social media training. Well, hell, if the CEO of the company doesn't have it, how can any of the wrestlers have it at this point? If you're not familiar with what's going on here, Javon Evans, who most recently was one of the main eventers on a recent NXT PLE, him and Ricochet decided to get into an argument online about how, the tutelage of Shawn Michaels, learning the past, learning the future, and I don't have the exact one in front of me here, and I don't want to really bring it up because there's some really bad stuff in it. But one of the things that was brought up is total waste of I think both sides should shut up. But Ricochet's playing a character, but still. One of the things he saw was TK is a cracked up dealer. And now you get to wrestle in front of 2,000 people for a crack dealer. And you're just sitting here and you're just, what in the hell are you doing here? It's rather embarrassing to see what happened there, but it's also a side product of success. I think that's the best way to put it, because now that when you have a product that's noticeable, Ricochet and professionalism online, that just ain't going to happen, period. And it's almost to the point where you can get away. From what Ricochet said, he really didn't get to... I don't think he'd say anything that he wouldn't said in character. That's the thing. And Javon, the stuff that he said, I think that might have went over the line a little bit. Both guys are stupid for doing it. Let me not even give you the time of day to even think anything different. But at the same time, Javon just decided to steal the spotlight and steal the lines on it. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I think this might look worse on Javon than it does on Ricochet. And it just shows how an NXT talents are in NXT for a reason. Because they aren't able to handle that spotlight that you can get with dealing with the social media, with dealing with other promotion, with dealing with other wrestlers, with dealing with other situations. And I'll be frank, I don't want his BS, or this whole BS, to take away from what was an absolutely spectacular card coming up tonight. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And that's what happens when these guys come out and say certain stuff, like, let's face it, we're going to have... I'm not here measuring dick sizes of crowds, but Javon doesn't wrestle in front of 500 people nightly at the PC. Fair. But it's more like he's expected to. It's almost like he's trying to say you're no better than me. And that to me just doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh no, like, here's the thing. We got Collision tonight. We also have it, TNA going on tonight as well. If somebody can actually make something move over like this, and hopefully it's trying to take eyes away from AEW for them, that's what they're trying to do. Tony's I love Collision on Thursday. I don't mind it. Just make up your mind. That's what I'm saying. Make up your mind, because next week we get Collision on Wednesday. Dynamite and Collision are back-to-back next week on Wednesdays, so just a heads up for you guys. Hey, Nick, hashtag move Collision to Thursdays. I wouldn't be against it. I would not be against it at all. So is Tony going to get shot up there? Good to see you tonight, Nick, by the way. Oh my. Gotta admit, I like SmackDown when it was on Thursday. Absolutely. This is... I don't think anybody else could pull this off but Tony Storm. Could do you? Have ROH a Friday show like Rampage? Well, that's what they're doing this week, so a lot of people are pissed off about that because it ruins their weekend. I'm like, well, that's what they're doing. They're actually doing 7 p.m. Eastern for Ring of Honor this week, so. Ha! I'm gonna give Cody. There's one for you. Sorry, fiance. Yeah, Juice is clear. Love that tomorrow, yeah.
Because the best bang is nothing compared to fighting for this.
So, yeah, Juice. Sean Ross Sapp announced that Juice is very close to being cleared, if he hasn't been fully cleared already. So yeah, they got to find the right spot for him. Also, the Guns are still out injured, so that's why.
I'm waiting for a hater or a CEO, so next week, line up the next batch of slug-tards, because baby wants the binge.
Baby, what's the binge? Hey, Catherine, how you doing tonight? Isn't Switchblade hurt? Yeah, Switchblade's hurt too, so it's like that whole... Psh. Excuse me, chat. I have some work to do here. Boom. Just wanted to get rid of a certain chat that came in here, which unfortunately I can't get rid of it on the screen, but no, I'm doing great. Sorry I dipped out real quick on your chat today. I just had some stuff to get done after stream, so yeah, that's the one. I think some sharp sticks need to be inserted ways Tony Storm could describe rather plentifully to people using that kind of stuff there, but that's all right. Life be like, just, hey, you know what? It's good to see you as well. Yeah, the whole group's pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you getting that off my screen. I guess that's one way to do it. I love a chat that will back me up on different situations like this. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I have to allow... Hey, I'm here for you guys. I appreciate all you. And we're getting the Paragon versus the GYV. So, if you don't know the Grizzly Young Veterans... They did spend some time in NXT. They've mainly been out of Europe. And I'm sorry, but GYV versus Paragon is going to be absolutely amazing coming up. You notice that Arkady doesn't have to say show some love for Ricochet. Because it would just sound creepy for her to do that, frankly. But yeah, once again, this is a weird night for this. Next week, we're going to have a weird night. So, Ricochet isn't as creepy as you would think he would be. He's smart. That's why stuff like this little bit... Zach Gow, oh my God. Zach Gowen in the house tonight. We always need a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Oh, let's go. They also did some solid work in New Japan as strong open weight. There you go. For those that don't know Zach Gowen, he is a one-legged wrestler who was around 2001 or so. His biggest feud was against Mr. McMahon. Casual, cool, and self-assured. Ugh. Ricochet is seriously elevated his worth at AEW. Love that dude. Yeah, he absolutely has. And, hey, Zodiac, by the way, good to see you tonight. I want your thoughts, because I know you're a big Ricochet fan. What do you think about the comments of Javon Evans today and that little bit that he... with all that little kerfluffle that went on tonight? He was at AEW bit at Daly's place. Fair enough. Oh, that's right. The big June event is going to be Grand Slam Mexico. Long story short, Javon Evans, Ricochet and Javon Evans started getting at it on Twitter. And by the way, you can go ahead and take a look yourself. Long story short, he commented. Javon talked about how he's getting training from Sean. Ricochet said that he got training from Sean when Javon was 12. And it's turned him into the wrestler that he is. And then Javon turns around, yeah, you are wrestling in front of 200 people. And you're working for a crackhead. You have to go see the exact context to know what we're talking about fully here, because this is just, yeah. Do you see the Taz voiceover, the Philly 20? I did. You got to make that summer residence count, right? If you're going to have 6 shows in the same building, it is so bad on both sides, and we were talking about this during the pre-show. It almost feels like Ricochet knew how to stay in character and knew where the line was. And Javon just didn't. So he took the bait, and guaranteed right now he is getting a talk to by Sean probably. But it's facts like that just, the more notice you get as a company, right? Good, bad, or otherwise. They're not showing anything bad in the ring. If you don't know much about Angelico, by the way, gotta get to the match here a little bit for you guys. Angelico made a lot of his early wrestling work years ago down in CMLL. Oh, he took it... Go on the other socials. Other people have screen captured it. It is everywhere. And then Ricochet just casually doing a couple flips and fixing it all up. And of course, Serpentico there just showing off his hair all over the place here. But yeah, Angelico did most of his work over in AAA before moving over to the States. As we are getting a picture without picture here in Canada. And we go to full commercial. God, dude, burn a... drives me nuts. But yeah, just as we're getting into it tonight, like we are going to have a very good card going on here. And with all the storylines that are going through here, like one thing I didn't notice, and we should have talked about a little bit more, but Tony's promo went so quick. Did you guys see the spider on the video during the women's four-way on yesterday? There was a little animated spider, like straight out of the Spider-Man movie and moving back up. Well, the toxic spider is the aforementioned Thecla that we talked about briefly on the show yesterday. And Sean Ross Sapp announced that, she's officially signed. I don't know if she's going to show up. Saw that spider on socials. Yeah, where is she from? She's out of Stardom. She did most of her work out of Stardom. I do believe she's another Aussie. She's either an Aussie or a Brit, one or the other. But she made the announcement about a month ago that she was actually leaving Stardom. Stardom, for those that are unfamiliar, is Japan's premier women's promotion right now. There are two major ones. Oh yeah, she's been in there with Mariah May. I think they were actually in the same faction before both Mina and Mariah left. Mina just released, or no, they were arch rivals. What am I talking about? Yeah, like Mina's supposed to be coming over to the States. Mariah, well, we'll see what happens here. It looks like they've taken all advertising of Mariah off the AEW multi-person press releases, like the logo for Collision, the promo poster, no longer has Mariah May on it. So it almost feels like Mariah's out the door, but why bother speculating until it actually happens? Actually, Nats, we did have a Storm type promotion. We actually had two prior to the pandemic. There was Shimmer that ran out of Chicago, and there was also Shine that ran out of Florida. Shine was run by the same group that ran the original Evolve. It was all part of that network. Basically, they were put together. And Shimmer, that's where most of the people you see right now have gone through. Women of wrestling, it's a real dichotomy and a mix of what you would consider what goes through there, Nick. And I get it. They're still going, and it's a different brand of wrestling altogether. Eve is absolutely a fantastic promotion out of Europe. And they're looking to, I think they said they're going to be putting on their own Strong Style 16, like Europe does. Basically, to me, women of wrestling, WOW, even from its origin days, the best comparison I can make to it is basically, if I want to compare it, I would say Lucha Underground to regular wrestling. It's more about, oh God. So many bald-headed slaps there. Almost feels like a horrible weapon for him there. But yeah, we'll get to that one sec, Zodiac. Yeah, when it comes to... There is talk about bringing Shimmer back. It's just all the people that were running it need to get the infrastructure to do it. The talent's going to be there now, because you got to give it a few months, though, because you got that trickle-down effect going on. And the trickle-down effect that I'm talking about is when you have somebody basically laid off or released from one of the two major promotions in North America, and let's face it, there are two major ones right now. TNA's getting up there, but they're having to use WWE sort of as a crutch to keep themselves going here, as Ricochet's pulling off a spectacular move after another. You gotta wait for the first set of signees. Was going for Vertigo, and now he's going for the Spirit Gun. All right, this is going to be over. TNA needs a proper TV deal. You mean a TV deal that doesn't involve themselves? Like, let's face it, that's what WCW did. They gave themselves TV time. But yeah, once those two get signed, whoever wants the other, like whoever get after the releases happen, whoever wants to sign whatever the other one left, those ones are going to move down to the next level. And then those ones are going to, naturally the bottom of that tier is going to go to another level. And eventually you're going to get where there's an extra bubble of wrestlers that could fit a Shimmer or a Shine or whatever you want to call it now. And Ricochet just going now. I welcome your booze. Oh, Mr. Philly fan right here. Wish I could watch more time. Watch the VODs. It's worth it. Oh, this is great. Nice cheap heat. Dumbass Kevin Knight. It was an 8-man tag. Oh my God, they're doing it. They're pulling off a Zach Gowen moment here. Let's go.
We have the legend in the house, Mr. Zach Gowen.
All right, let's see here. I haven't forgot about Prime Alexander, by the way.
Wrestling. I was a huge fan of Zach Gowen. Huge fan. I remember everything. I remember when Big Brock used to beat your ass all up and down the arenas.
Big Brock. There you go.
But that's the thing. Your dad used to be on this side. Now he's on that side.
Uh-oh.
What happened, Zach? You don't got a leg in the fight anymore?
Oh my God. At least he's good for the cheap heat, right?
Where's that fire? Where's that passion, Zach? Did you bring... Hey,
Oh, here come the Reddit cops.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just talking. We're just talking, right? I'm not doing... Guys, I'm not doing anything.
What is on the end of that microphone that he knocked them all out with?
One goes right to the barricade.
This sounds like Booker T when he was beating up people in the ring and had the microphone in his hand in TNA. Back when he was part of the Main Event Mafia there in 2010. Oh, come on, Zach. Get in the ring. Really? Those blades are so freaking dull. A one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, this is a little extra heat, I would say. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, boy. Well, this is a good way to get Ricochet suspended for a few weeks. Oh, this is horrible. So is that going to... Wait a second. Didn't they use a... Oh my God, Ricochet. Like, you want to talk about a perfect heel? I wonder if this is a work shoot suspension for his actions. That's nah. I honestly think he's not going to get anything more than a slap on a wrist from TK about this. Because let's face it, they're number 2. If you can get number 1 to talk about number 2, how many else? No matter how stupid you are, it's going to be a bonus. Well, let's back things up here because I want to get to it. Prime Alexander exceeded a party of violence. Will he hurt people? Folks, I think it's almost a foregone conclusion that we are going to see Mr. Prime Alexander in AEW ring. The biggest question I have for you tonight, when do you think it happens? We have Beach Break next week. We got Double or Nothing coming up over in Phoenix. We're a couple months away from AEW. We're a couple months away from All In. I personally feel we're probably going to wait till Double or Nothing to see him. Because after what happened last week, yeah, Nick, I'm with you. Like, Double or Nothing makes the most sense right now. Not just because of what's going on right now, but I honestly feel you're going to get Thekla showing up this Wednesday. That's going to be her debut. That's probably going to be... Oh, we're talking about Prime Alexander right now. When does he make his debut? I think we get Thekla on Wednesday. After Tony wins her Eliminator match on Wednesday against whoever, Thekla's going to come in, absolutely destroy her, and say, see you at Double or Nothing. And we're going to get our women's title match out of that. There is no way we're not having that women's title not defended on one of the big 4 pay-per-views. Especially since I don't expect the men's title to be defended at Double or Nothing. We see Prime at Double or Nothing. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on where this is going to go. I honestly feel we're going to end up taking on... we're probably going to get MJF versus Bobby Lashley. I got a feeling. The announcement next week is going to be, if you want in, you got to beat me. If you want to win if you want to win your spot on our team, MJF, you have to beat me. And you could do that at Double or Nothing. All right, let's see if... Oh, it is. I'm still amazed that they're still keeping up with this. And if you're wondering what this is... No matter what color gear Kyle Fletcher wears, his Tron is always changed to that color. Trent Beretta looks like a crack addict that just found out that he's going to get his next fix if he wins this match. Like, seriously, that little... Sorry, let me get the glasses off. He's Ricochet's boss. Oh, that's perfect, Zodiac. I will give you that. I love this VHS gimmick here still. They do it in interviews. They do it for their intro. This is the Outrunners' first match since getting demolished by... Why would you kick his jacket right into the middle of Bandito's entrance? Oh, goody. We get Don Callis on commentary. Thank you for being here, folks. I hope to have you a little bit more entertained. This is, I do believe, either their first or their second match since Revolution. We haven't seen the Outrunners much of anywhere. Don Callis Championship Wrestling. DCCW. Where's Private Party? I've seen them work a couple House of Glory shows since they lost that title match. Other than that, I haven't seen much of anything. By the way, if you get an opportunity this weekend, check out House of Glory. We were talking about Prime Alexander. Prime Alexander's making his return on the Indies with a hell of an impact. No pun intended, no intent covered there. As he's going to be taking on Mike Santana for the House of Glory World title coming up at their next show. I do believe it's tomorrow. So yeah, that is good. Like, he's got a Friday, Saturday run. But yeah, that's how Alexander's getting back into it. Like, he really couldn't announce much until Thursday because technically he's still on his 90-day. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that just got off their 90 days, and we're going to be getting closer to people getting off their 30 days. I love the fact that Callis offers to stay out all night, and Shivani immediately goes into plugging. This crowd, I love them so much. So they're doing double tapings everywhere here now. It sort of makes sense. Like, as much as I kid that Collision got moved for NBA playoffs and no other reason, let's face it, AEW did not want to counteract with Maple Leaf Pro going on this Saturday. Because you know that all the AEW fans are into Maple Leaf Pro. Especially when they're making their return to Maple Leaf Gardens for the first time in forever. Coming up this Saturday and Sunday. I think Sunday they're in Quebec, though. You know, it's pretty damn awesome when this is like the undercard group here. With AR Fox, the Outrunners, Rocky Romero. Might go to Resurrection in Montreal in July. Hey. Anytime you get a chance to support some good independent wrestling. Or, you know what? I think there's a new term we need to come up with. Because there's some promotions that are a little bigger that deserve better than be. I think super indie might be the term we might need to start using a little bit more. Also talking about coming to Halifax in the fall. Let's go. Uh-oh. 4-hour drive? That ain't bad. When we're in Alberta, like, some of our drives are like 3-4 hours to shows, so... And that's one thing a lot of Americans don't realize is typically for us, we're looking at 3 to 4... Well, our closest city outside of Edmonton to run a show, and I would say a major city, be an hour and a half drive. And that would be the town of Red Deer, where I swear some of the best wrestling in Alberta happened between 2015 and 2020. It was one of those cities that nobody had real... The lay of the land here in Alberta, I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of a background here, and why, basically it comes down to why I was formed. Why we formed Backbreaker Video and whatnot, and our former iteration, the Edmonton Sports Podcast Network. Don't look up the acronym too hard, or we came within hair of getting a cease and desist. But as we in 2015, from 2010 to 2015, and it's been a very old school feeling here in town, we had 3 major promotions in town: Monster Pro, Real Canadian Wrestling, and Prairie Wrestling Alliance. Now, if you were seen going to one of the other shows, you were reprimanded by the promoter. Hey, KJ. Speaking of local wrestlers, she knows what I'm talking about here. Like, there were many a promotion here that would not allow talent A to even go watch talent B or promotion B. Like, it just never happened. If you wanted to be able to move up on the card at all, you were not seen in a crowd of another show. And basically, we just got started up because we wanted to show off everything. Back in the dark, yeah, pre-pandemic, basically. Until Force showed up. I think Force Pro, the one that I started working with Tex Gaines here, might be the one that sort of broke the barrier, because everybody basically said, screw you, I'm working with who I want to. And then, yeah, it just broke down to really only turned around in 2019 when talent just stopped caring because we were all... Yeah, that's basically it. And the promoters were basically going from, you're the only ones that will work, to screw you, we have a lot of places to work. And if you won't let us work here, we'll go work over there. And our names are bigger than what your promotion is. And that was the biggest change that we had here for years, is the fact that the name of the promotion was bigger than the name of the wrestler. It's the same thing right now on the upper stakes with WWE, right? It's funny, I'm getting picture in picture of the same picture. Oh, there we go. Now it's fixed. Like right now, if you say you're in WWE, you're automatically given that extra boost. That's how it was out here for years. But the reason I'm bringing this up with Red Deer is the fact that Red Deer didn't have the same limitations. So literally you could have anybody work anywhere for any promotion out in Red Deer, which produced some of the greatest shows that we've seen, period. Which a lot of them you can see over on our YouTube channel. Just for everybody on Twitch, the link's in the pinned comment there. Just saying, just give it a subscribe. You can check it out later. But yeah, it was insane, the backwards thinking here. Really up until the pandemic. Things were starting to change before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and we were basically shut down for the majority of 2 years. And then when everything showed up back up, we ended up with 4 promotions, but 2 of the 4 were completely different. Sort of different. Sort of completely different. The hell? I'm giving you guys stories. All of a sudden I hear, all I see is AR Fox going up on the shoulders of Bandito and going in for a splash to the outside. And the Outrunner's doing a 2-man step for Bandito. But with so many things going up against Collision on Saturday, I can understand why a lot of people don't see this. I love it. Shivani's giving it to Callis every chance possible. These guys are too busy celebrating. They don't see two people jumping in here. Hope AR Fox get. He won't. I hope he would. Unless they're going to do something with him on a Ring of Honor a little bit more. Like AR Fox, like that pre-pandemic, like if you want to see some really good wrestling, especially with AR Fox involved, do yourself a favor, check out the Evolve shows from, like I said, from pre-pandemic times here. He was one of the big stalwarts there. Jesus! Basically a deadlift Steiner screwdriver there. AR Fox is so silky smooth. Like, I know why you like him so much, Zodiac, and it makes so much sense. They're actually pulling it off. They've actually announced it. Yeah, Kayla, you just missed Zach Gowen in the ring there getting attacked by Ricochet. But if we're actually going to get that match, oh my God, they got. Oh, I just reposted it, folks. Oh no, I just reposted. I just got it from TK there. So we're doing Ricochet versus Zach Gowen in 2025, folks. You think about that right now. They do have 4 hours to kill on Wednesday, so. Favorite match to be on commentary for? I have so many different ways I can answer that, Kayla, to be perfectly honest. Some of my favorites were some of my worst calls ever. The time that I actually called a wrestling match while riding an exercise bike because it was so boring. Just for the experience of the story of that. We had a show in Drayton Valley, and I was put up in the workout room in the high school for my commentary table. The promoter's match was so boring that I ended up literally riding an exercise bike calling the match. All right, well, that's it. Roppongi Vice actually gets a win. I would say that the biggest match that I've done for commentary would have to be Clandestine Society 1, which is available up on our YouTube channel, by the way. It's probably the biggest show we had in Western Canada. Hell, probably in over 10 years. But personally, there's so many different factors between it. Oh, here they go. Now they're going to announce it. You want your leg back? You come to Chicago and get it. So, Nats, you were asking about the suspension that Ricochet will get? I don't think anybody expect. Did anybody have Zach Gowen versus Ricochet on their bingo card for 2025? Did anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Anyone? Like, my God. Next Wednesday's going to be insane, guys. We're going to have 4 hours of wrestling here on Wednesday. I wonder for us Canadian fans if we're going to have to change the channel halfway through. Just because both shows are typically set on different channels. Ricochet's going to have top. I wouldn't believe it. I would believe it completely. So far tonight, we've had the Grizzly Young Vets return. We've had Ricochet steal a leg. We had Roppongi Vice finally get a win in the 2020s. And I'm pretty sure that is the first win the Roppongi Vice has gotten in the 2020s. Oh, I find it funny, Nick, that Zitter speaks so quick that I literally just got your message right now. Ugh. I love how they're building up this title match, though, this cage match. He's going to talk about cardio on Samoa Joe. I don't know anybody that doesn't have respect for Samoa Joe. If anybody doesn't, he's like one of the legit good guys around, period. Come on. Yeah, he ended up having to wrestle Jericho with Mitch the Plant involved. Can you imagine the level of violence that's going to be in that match? Just for the... As soon as Moxley heard that TNA as well as WWE have that no blood policy, no intentional blood policy, and he heard that he was getting Samoa Joe, you can almost imagine that Moxley's like, okay, well, I can bleed from this, 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 and I'll try to bleed from this. Okay. But this is a cage match, not a last man standing match.
You know what, Ledge, I think we're in store for one of the more violent battles we've ever seen in AEW.
Yeah, I would say that. One of the most violent matches that we're going to see in AEW history. That might be Wednesday. Oh, that's right. Okay. I was trying to remember the theme and like, oh yeah, that's right. Bowen's got this. I like that they changed the logo a little bit now, but it looks like it's 159 now on his chest there. I like that they're also using the secondary slogan for Bowens as the pride of pro wrestling. For the double entendre on that, I think Bowens will eventually become a world champion. I think he's got a good shot at it at least. What do you think the ceiling is for Bowens? Is it a TNT championship ceiling for him? Maybe the international or intercontinental, as we're going to see in July. I totally feel that's what we're getting, an intercontinental title for
We can't wait for this matchup. We have so much more to come.
for AEW once Okada and Omega unite those titles. Mr. Julia Hart. Sorry, first thing that pops in my mind when I see Lee Johnson these days. Hell of a wrestler, don't get me wrong. He's like a Nightmare Factory grad. Done a lot of work in here at AEW Original. Or sorry, better yet, an AEW bred wrestler. So I wonder how... We still got a bunch of doozy matches yet tonight. We got FTR Garcia. We got Jalisco Bailey. We got Willow and Statlander. We got Dark Order against Takeshita and Alexander, which I hope is longer than... Based on the timing that we're getting right now, I'm almost scared how short a time that's going to get. Or do they just scrap the match off the beginning here? Well, Caster's doing a great job lying in his own bed. He's what? 0-13 in this challenge now? Like, if it wasn't for the fact that Johnson's in here and I'd like to see him get a good showing, a decent showing, I'd like this to be a squash match just because of the other ones that we have involved tonight. And by the way, speaking of Dark Order, we'll talk about it more when we get in there, but if you guys didn't know, Evil Uno is a promoter. If you go to twitch.tv/EvilUno, he actually runs a show called Mystery Wrestling, where they don't show any of the actual matches ahead of time, but there's some absolutely crazy people that show up for it. Like, I think the most comical spot you've seen from them right now is referee was knocked down, guy had the chair, slammed it against the ground, passed it off to his opponent, and faked injury. So the guy who caught the chair dropped the chair and threw himself into a door. Just a 1 count, okay. Shotty's looking like he's been shot here a little bit. Well, this will work now. Oh, God. Yeah, and Johnson missed that. Let's just not even call a spade here. Johnson missed that completely. But Bowens needs a little bit of a feud right now. He needs something to grow off of. And, well, I know they've had a little bit of tit-a-tat with these two. I just don't see... Well, Johnson ain't seeing a whole lot after that kick. That's for damn sure. Time to get mollywopped. And there's a mollywop. Yeah, all right, well, I'm glad we got this one out of the way. No disrespect to Lee Johnson at all, but this is one of those already almost one step up and already in the ring match. Christian tried to jump up and Billy just said nope. If you want to do the sucker, you got to find the original to do that. This crowd is fired up. Hopefully we get somebody out here to...
What you just saw was the pride of professional wrestling. The perfect combination of power, athleticism, intelligence, the look, and the it factor. And I am in a really good mood, so you know what? Billy, throw him up. Detroit, throw him up.
All right. Are we going to get an eruption? Nope. We got a Scissor Daddy. It's been a fun hour so far. Like, this hour's just flown right by. Like, for this being a Thursday night, it just feels like this first hour has just gone absolutely haywire here. All right, future five-tool champion. Well, I'll believe that when, we actually get through this here. So, as we hit another commercial break here, seems like it's a hard one here. Quick production note for you guys. I know a lot of you guys check out our 2K25 streams after. We are going to have our trade window and week 16 tonight of WWE 2K25 My GM mode. But because we have a 4-hour AEW special going on this Wednesday, and that's the only night we're going to get wrestling this week, join me Tuesday night. We're probably looking at closer to around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll let you guys know with a formal time here, but we are going to run week 17 and 18 as its own stream. And we'll see how fast they go. We might even do 19. We'll see. But if we're going to have a full week without wrestling here, let's make sure that we get our 2K25 in. Because I got to feel like right after beach break, we might actually be starting up our online competition here between 4 of us here on the channel. I am looking to donate to charity to the guy who wins. So we're just going to finalize all the final deals about everything going on here. So if you guys are interested, just make sure you're following the channel if you can. That way you can know exactly when I'm going to be live. Sorry, I just had to update something there for a second. But yeah, it's been a great hour so far. It hasn't dragged along. We got a couple surprises coming in. We got Zach Gowen versus Ricochet next week. So literally anybody who said that we got Ricochet's going to get suspended for his comments against Javon Evans, I don't think that's actually going to happen here at this point. I think now the more that you see everything that's happened here. Oh, no, that's fine, Zodiac. I appreciate you lurking. I know that things are a little busy. This is an unusual night for a lot of people. Like, I know people be watching a little bit of TNA right now. I know people be checking out. There's PWHL hockey going on right now. NHL, the Canes and the Capitals are going on right now. There's a lot of things going on, and just the fact that you guys could think enough to hang out with us tonight, always a privilege. Always thankful. Oh, we're getting the Gates of Agony tonight. But they're just coming out to talk. Okay. We're actually getting a promo for Gates of Agony. This is something I haven't seen in a very long time. Maybe we'll get a 6-man tag with Rhino coming. Okay.
We're not doing it in a parking lot. You know why? Because we're in Detroit. Hey, what do you guys think? We do this right here, right now.
Street fight. Okay.
Hey, Big Bill, Brian King, you hear the people. Bring your asses up. Well, we remember the parking lot fight, Nigel. What did I tell you?
They're actually using Jericho's music again. Damn. I was hoping that they would still use Bill's music. I was going to say, is Jericho going to show up as the third man here? And Bill's just cleaning up right now. Yeah, things are going a bad way until Bill just said, let's switch partners. Ah, yes. Thank you for another hydrate. After I just hydrated. Yeah, I understand. And Tono Leona just died. Drink for the knowledge of the ending tree.
What the hell was that?
Oh no. Oh no. Air raid crashed through the double table. Yeah, no, they're dead. We got some dead. Security, just get the hell out of there. Seriously. Matthews, you were just in a match against the Gates of Agony. You ain't going to do shizzing. Oh, God. Spear on the other side. All right. I think we might have a street fight next week. I got a feel we're going to have a street fight next week. This is how you fill a 4-hour show next week. We were talking about the lack of matches coming up on the card, and now we're starting to see what's happening here. They didn't even know what video was coming out. That's great.
How big you are, how hard you hit. I will wrap my arms around you and make you sleep.
So we getting the tag match next Wednesday?
Things have changed. There's a new animal in this jungle. Pure heart, fat ass and friendship isn't gonna help me climb the food chain. Really? You can't? That's fun. Because the party
What the hell did Harley say there? Your back is blown out by the pipe I just gave you? That's a Joey Janela comment if I ever heard one. Okay, Anna Jay and Megan Baines. So we're not getting a tag match, but we're still getting a hell of a good match out of that. You notice that the Gates of Agony guys came up on the stage and they had to run off. All right, holy stat, let's go. This could be a fun match. Like, this is supposed to be a face-face match. But it's a story of redemption for Chris Statlander because she turned her back on Willow, as you see here in this video. And they ended up having one of the best street fights in the history of AEW at All Out last year. And now Statlander's starting to learn that, you know, being around Stokely's a bad idea. All right, here we go. She's supposed to be serious and she just gritted from ear to ear right now. It's hilarious. Almost makes you wonder where they're going with this. Like, for all the people that complain about you're not going to be able to get X or Y going over here. Like, this, yeah, Nick, I'm with you. This match is going to be excellent. But I know a lot of the discourse coming out of Shitter, so let's just take respect on what happened there. But they said that a lot of these matches were just thrown together for no real good reason. And if you want to pick one of those, this is definitely that one. I know there's a little bit of story here about Statlander wanting a little bit of redemption, just, you know, as a good spirit. But it almost looks like Willow doesn't want anything of it. Strokely. Yeah, if you weren't here on Wednesday, Stokely had some not so nice things to say about Nigel here, so I have a weird feeling we're going to end up seeing Nigel in the ring against FTR. I like the fact that they're trying to keep this as a clean match right now. No real dirty shots, no real... Oh my God. She booped. She booped. That is not a boop. Oh, the Willow smile. And there's your receipt. Oh, look at the spider. Spider on the screen. If you didn't see it, it's there now. It's showing up during the women's matches. Yes, that is Thekla's symbol. Tony Khan going the old Spider-Man 3 route to try to introduce a new wrestler into the promotion. This is awesome. It's different, right? It's not something that, you know, you always wonder what's going on. But it almost entices you to get into the online discourse, right? Because that's the only way you're really going to find out about it.
We mentioned the all-part tournament that Willow won on the women's side. 23 is 1, 2. Let's find out who's going to go on to All In in September again. 1, 2. Got a 2 count.
Yeah, that Jamie Mercedes match is going to be absolute banger. I think yesterday's promo pretty much put it in the space of, well, realistically for both matches, really put it into an I don't know mode for both wrestlers. Like, there's more sensible picks if you ask me. Like, to me, Ospreay and Hayter would be the smart picks. I know a lot of people are saying Mercedes is actually the smarter pick of the bunch. You like that little line by Nigel? That subtle little nudge. They did not want to mention Jade Cargill, so they said the defeater of the undefeated. Monty Brown is in the crowd. I hope he's proud of that. Period. If you haven't understood what that reference is, go back and check out Monty Brown, as I'm getting a little lightheaded at that point. Ugh. Monty Brown was a wrestler in TNA who basically used the pounce in North America. Yeah, Monty Brown, he was shown, I don't know if he's here tonight, but he was here last night. So he's with Jeff Jarrett. They were showing a picture of the two of them together. By the way, good to see you, PJC. As we enter into full commercial once again here. No, Monty Brown's been around. If you haven't heard earlier tonight, PJC, they actually announced Ricochet versus Zach Gowen next Wednesday in an actual match. Because Ricochet stole Zach Gowen's leg tonight. Yeah, 2025, we are getting it. I'm dead serious. Zach Gowen is going to be taking on Ricochet in Chicago as part of Beach Break, our 4-hour show coming up this Wednesday. And I know you're not an Exeter, so I will do you a solid here and oh, that's right. On DMs, you can't. It's funny on Blue Sky you can't add pictures to DMs, I guess. See if this works. Nope. It's the only thing I don't like about Blue Sky. You can't pass along media in there. But yeah, like, we're getting that. Tony Storm has an open challenge. We're probably getting Thekla's debut. I'm assuming we're going to get Gates Agony and the Learning Tree in a street fight. Like, they got 8 matches. They basically have a pay-per-view to fill next week, which is actually now a PLE. So, and we still haven't seen Rhino tonight because Rhino is scheduled to appear as well. He appeared yesterday. He's also scheduled to be there today. I would assume that's going to be the Max Caster moment if we're actually going to get one, but... I love that this crowd's been into it all night here overall. Like, it's been very strong, just like you guys. Just, it's a pleasure to have you all here tonight. Just, I know it's a little weird going here on a Thursday, at least for us. It might become a little more regular as we go here. No, who did he get drafted to? I didn't check out the WHL draft today. Oh, no, the tie. Actually, that might not be a bad pick. We'll have to see if we get it whenever when they come up and face the Oil Kings. All right, that was a spy buster. It's so funny because, you know, in America, everybody gets drafted to play football, right? That's everybody's dream, to get drafted in the NFL or MLB, where they have 500 rounds apparently, or something to that effect. I don't know what the real one is now. It used to be that they had a number of rounds based on until one team didn't want to pick anymore. Nice reversal of reversal. Oh my God, the Harlem sidekick. Statlander hits the Harlem sidekick. Book on C, he's got to be proud. Probably a shucky ducky quack quack kind of moment here. It's no trapped head, long kiss, whatever you want to call it, from Stephanie Vacker, where he nearly has an aneurysm every time it happens. Death Valley Driver. Oh my God. Willow's going to steal this. Thought she was going to hit it there, if not with a... Didn't think she needed the doctor bomb. Statlander fighting from underneath. That's actually really smart. Oh, no. We doing superplex? Oh, here we go. Damn. And both ladies are like, you want to talk about a knockout match? No pun intended on a Thursday. Statlander goes for the discus clothesline. Willow just says nope. Uh-oh, the straps are off. Things are getting serious now. Hit the doctor ball, but Statlander rolled to the outside. This is where the nothing finish comes in, folks. It's got to be. Ah, here we go. All right. At least Shafir's wearing like an actual white shirt with a logo. Why? Well, why was Knox on the outside of the ring? Why is it Knox that's always involved in the, pardon my French, but the fuckiest of endings? Like Statlander won and she doesn't know why she won. And now Willow's just pissed. Wait. No way. Oh my God, she's back. Back in Chicago. Sky blue is a beautiful sky. I don't know where I was going with that, but oh, this is awesome. Sky Blue returns next week. Let's freaking go. No, wrong one. No, wrong one. There we go. Why do I have all my fail things all around my horn? I don't know. But my God, we got Sky Blue coming back next week. That's going to be good. It's been forever since she's been on TV, and, you know, this Hangman Page promo, my goodness. Did you hear some of the comments that are coming out about Will Ospreay's gear yesterday? I forget. I think it was Booker T that actually commented on it. That Will Ospreay needs to look like more of a professional if he's going to lead the promotion. I call bullshit. Oh, man. Dark Order got it already in the ring entrance. This is not good. The Dark Order deserve better. Like, they carried through the pandemic. They were one of the stalwarts. So this basically came out after yesterday when Omega talked about how Hangman basically saved the Dark Order after Brody Lee's death. You know what's bad when the manager is getting more over here? Oh, it's Meltzer. Never mind. Yeah, thanks, Nick. I thought it was Booker, but Meltzer makes a lot more sense. And I'll be honest, I don't concur. I literally think there's a character that everybody plays up. And Ospreay doesn't play up that character that he needs to be better than everybody else. Well, no, he wasn't talking about the gear. He's talking about his out-of-ring gear. Like the outfit he was wearing for the promo yesterday. You don't have to be in a suit, but you have to look like you're a world champion. You tell me Dusty Rhodes is supposed to be wearing suits everywhere he goes. He ended up wearing them, but it looks so out of place with him. So if you haven't done it already, I want to get this plug in right now. Twitch.tv/EvilUno. Do yourself a favor. Give him a follow. Some people work, some does. Yeah, that's fair. Like, the thing is, Will Ospreay talks about being just a common man who's very good at wrestling. That is a tag move here. I want to throw a shout. I'm gonna throw this shout out over at the. If you aren't following Evil Uno, please do so. He's probably going to need the help right now in terms of subs. As they have mystery wrestling going on once every 8 weeks. But they're going to need to cover the medical bills of what happened here tonight. But yeah, just... One thing I'm learning more and more as we're going through everything. There are just some people that don't get new wrestling. And the new wrestling product. So we are going to get Dralistico and Bailey next. I love Uno. I love him too. Like, he is such a great person and a great character. And watching some of those mystery wrestling shows is some of the most fun I've had on a Sunday coming home from work. Like, having Bigfoot on your promotion will always get you a bonus. And then just some of the characters that he had. Because everybody could just be whatever they want to be on that show, right? You don't have to abide the other promotions' gimmicks, right? You just be yourself and be entertaining, and that's all he ever wants. Some of the people he's had on commentary there, like I know John Silver was there when he was injured, or while he was injured. Nyla Rose was on commentary for a couple shows. I know Stu Grayson does a lot of work on those shows, period. A lot of fun time there, so. But yeah, as we're getting into, well, hell, we only got half an hour left here, so. Just a reminder for those watching over on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, it tells you every time we go live. And then once again, if you're on the old Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. We're going to be getting into some 2K25 later after we're done here with some GM mode, just to keep up with the tradition. Let's face it, now that we're going to be starting to do 2 different streams of my GM, one solo and one co-op. We're going to have a lot of things going on my hands here, so we'll see how things go here. But yeah, I wonder if Bailey and Dralistico's going to end up clean out of this, just because of the way Roosh was interfering yesterday with Kevin Knight. I could see that being a messy finish and maybe having that tag team come up next week. Because once again, they do have 4 hours of TV they have to cover next Wednesday. So realistically, you should have 8 matches in 4 hours. But with the AEW standard, you're probably looking closer to 10, 11. Like, it's amazing. If you break down the pay-per-views, and like, most pay-per-views, for being 4 hours for AEW, they have 12 matches. So that is basically 6 matches a show, if you broke it down to the 2-hour segments. It just feels a lot bigger than it is. And here's the promo right now with MVP. I think we honestly get Lashley set up against MJF going at Double or Nothing. It just makes so much sense to me about that happening at that point. So. I love the fact that we are in the time of Owen Hart, and essentially we are looking at MJF trying to take the role of Owen Hart in the nation. It's my exact thought. Yeah, like, it makes so much sense for what's going on here. But at the same time, Bobby Lashley gives his answer next week. And, you know, I still think his answer is going to be, if you can beat me at Double or Nothing, we will let you into the Hurt Syndicate. And then he loses and Prime Alexander shows up. I think it'll be Prime Alexander as well. Like, I think we all do. It's like one of the most not surprising surprises in the business right now. Sort of like how Thekla's going to be right now when she shows up next week. Oh, this will be a lot of fun here. Jalistico and Bailey. Not surprised, just like Punk on that Rampage show. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think it's going to be as obvious as that one. That one was just, we don't want to say his name. We're going to let you guys take care of that part. Here, it's like we're almost guaranteed because everybody in the group wants Alexander in. Everybody except MJF wants Alexander in. And think about it realistically. You could have Alexander versus MJF as Alexander's first feud. Missed that 2 months of Punk Rad Collision. I do and I don't. I like the format where it was just more wrestling. A lot more old school stuff going on. I thought Speedball actually clipped his toes on the guardrail there. Or not the guardrail, the steps. Oh, look out. Speedball getting caught. I wonder if his hand's really hurting. I'll say this, I enjoy the format a lot. I don't blame you. This is a... Like, the fact that they are very wrestling-based here. And it's all about storytelling, too, right? Like, when it comes to AEW, the majority of their storytelling is done in the ring. It's not done outside. Like, there are certain wrestlers where you do tell that story outside the ring. But... Oh, God. Jesus! Hurricane Rana now a sidekick into the side of the face. Yeah, you can tell the camera works a little bit off here tonight. Just the way that they're missing the pose from Dralistico there. And you got to see that sidekick right in the face. But yeah, just watching everything go down tonight, this does feel like the makings of a tag match with LFI and Speedball and Knight. And the fact that we have, like we said, we have 4 hours to cover next week. Like, we know we already got, we know officially we have 2 women's matches on the card next week. I'm really hoping for a third. We should have a third there, but we're getting Toni Storm with another challenge. And then another Eliminator challenge, apparently. And then we're also getting Anna Jay and Megan Bayne. So Megan's not going to be the challenge. You would think they wouldn't put Megan in 2 shows the same. I think they put Thekla right in that match and she beats Toni in her first match in AEW. Oh my. iPad Collision on monitor 1 and the Caps game on monitor 2. That's typically what I'm running, like when I'm not streaming. I got my TV over here. I have 3 monitors. 1 that I'm looking you guys at. It's a prompter, actually. 2, and then 3. So, if I really want to get sports orientated, I can get 4 shows on at once. The one thing I like about the Elgato prompter, it actually can work as a prompter. It can also work as a regular monitor. So yeah, I could literally, as I, if I got a meeting I got to be at and I really don't want to see it, I could actually put whatever sporting event or whatever I want to watch up on the monitor. I'm just watching the video as I'm listening to whatever you guys are trying to, or whatever this meeting has for me here. So I also have a couple other monitors I could use, but I really don't need to at this point. Wait. We're going to go Wednesday 4 hours, then Saturday? I just got confused all of a sudden. Tony, you got to clarify something here. Oh, God. Unless they got to bring Battle of the Belts back out. These guys are letting guns go off. Well, I don't want it either, but... And I thought that would be completely gone, but we'll have to see. Because I think Tony... It isn't the first time Tony's been wrong on commentary about booking stuff, right? All right, this is basically Karate Master from 1991. You hit your kick, I hit my kick. I hit your kick, who can't hit my kick? Well, eventually one of us is going to hit the other one. We're going to score a point. This crowd is all over it right now. A running shooting star normally he does the double knee there. He just didn't get all the way over. Oh no, Ultimate Weapon? Oh, got out of it, thank goodness. Oh God. Maestro. All right, now we've gotten serious here. Counter. Missed. Jesus! Well, for Talent Wrestling, more gag reps, but have you seen the Battle of the Belt show with one championship ever changed? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. The format sucks. No, it's just when Tony says we're back on Saturday, I just... Speedball holding the apron. I like that. Oh no. The double knees right on the chest out there. Oh, hey, that's cool. No problem at all. Oh, he got him with the spinning heel kick. Okay. Got him with a double wheel kick. That's not exactly the worst finisher in the world. And here comes Roosh. Now, Jalistico should attack Bruce from the behind. I want to see this match badly. As you hear the whole crowd chanting Roosh right now. All right, as we hit our final break of Collision here before the main event, as per tradition, we can go through what we're going to be doing here on the channel coming up. Once again, everybody, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, first of all, thank you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you can. We'll let you know every time we go live. For those on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button likewise to find out when we're going to be live. If you really like what you see, consider subscribing. Everything you contribute helps out the channel. But as per schedule, after we're done here with Collision tonight, we're going to be going exclusively on Twitch. So for everybody on YouTube, you have to pile in the car and head over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. It is pinned in the comments. We're going to be doing WWE 2K25 Week 16. We got a trade window to go through, and we're on our way to our fourth PLE, which I don't know what it is yet. Now, we're going to book our first set of matches, run our first show. We're a little light on cash. We're going to be trying to get a bigger venue here coming up in the next couple weeks. So hopefully we can do that there. But also from there, tomorrow night, the new season of MLB, the third inning XP program, I believe it's called. We'll take a look at that. I didn't get as far into the second season as I'd like. No stream Saturday at this point. If there is, we'll probably do maybe a City of the Wolves stream. Usually the Fight Club runs a little shorter than the other ones, so I do have a podcast recording on Saturdays, so as of right now, so that might be taking up most of the night here. Sunday we'll be back with a little MLB at this point, unless MLB really turns me off on Friday, which it shouldn't. I think the program's been pretty exciting so far. No stream Monday due to work, and then Tuesday we'll be here. Right now the tentative plan is for 9:30 Eastern for a little WWE 2K25 My GM Week 17 and 18. We're looking at about 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain. Get those 2 weeks in. And next Wednesday, our PLE, not PLE, Beach Break is going to be coming up, and we'll be here for that. So make sure you stop by and say hello. But yeah, once again, everybody, just thank you for being here. Always appreciate you. Whether you're live, whether you're lurking, whether you're checking out the VODs, it's always great to see you all. So, as we get into our main event here, Daniel Garcia.
On Collision Advance next week, when we come to you on Collision Beach Break, we will have a tribute to the one and only Steve Mondo McMichael featuring his loved ones and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. That is next Saturday on TNT. It's only fitting he made his debut in pro wrestling on TNT.
Oh, so we're going to get two.
We will, as a Ken Mondo here, celebrate his wonderful career.
All right, so it looks like we got an extra wrestling stream next Saturday.
TNT with our tribute to Steve.
Empty netter clinched it. Hey, that's fair.
Let's go to the ring for our main event.
So are they doing... I'm confused all frick about what's going on next week. Because I thought they were doing it all 4 hour. If they're just doing 2 and 2, we're just going to run things normally here.
Coming up, a 60-second win in the Best Wrestler Alive Open Challenge.
Unless they're going to be... Unless that's a complete extra show. Which it would make sense that they're in Chicago. They're going to be taping extra couple matches just to talk about Mongo.
I want to tell you this. Let's go to Arcady first, and we'll talk about FTR. There's a lot to say.
And his opponent, accompanied by Stokely and Cash Wheeler,
Told you guys.
North Carolina, weighing 222 pounds.
Told you guys on Wednesday it'd probably be Dax. Dax is typically the singles wrestler. And Dax is pretty much the guy that started this whole field turn for FTR. It's still going to be 2-on-1 regardless. Because Cash is going to get interfere about 5, 6, 7, 10 times.
Absolutely. And now he's got to look at his left, and he's surrounded by Cash and Stokely out there. Question the actions of FTR.
Hey, we got the Ricochet chance back.
Their actions now as clear as day. Daniel Garcia, he said that he wanted some answers from FTR for those actions.
So automatically at AEW, if you're a bulge or a heel, is that the way it works?
Not exactly crime of the century.
That's how to play the crowd, Danny.
Wankers. Always have been. I love it. They just hit it for a while. Thank you very much. And I gotta say this. That I think it all comes down to ego. I think it all comes down to wanting to be on top so badly, wanting to be champion so
So I do like the fact that we're actually going to get like an extra. It wouldn't surprise me that TNT would give an extra 2 hours of video time to
tag team champions and winning a title opportunity again.
AEW.
I felt like Adam Copeland.
Let's face it, on Saturdays there isn't a whole lot going on for wrestling, right? So
Yes, I'll say it again. That snake in the grass. Stokely had the leg. When you learn your lesson after what happened at Dynamite, you were very lucky. They left you alone. We've seen what they were willing to do. Yeah, you're right, and I'm sorry. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure. I'm glad we're a little bit away from the ring. I don't feel particularly safe even out here.
I love this.
We've seen it a couple of times. It doesn't need to be rehashed, but certainly Stokely put his hands on Pete last night. But I'm not
Just a little old school chopping fest all the way around here right now.
And as people say, well, the change of attitude. It's not a change of attitude. It's always been there. That's right.
I love how Shivani's actually telling a very good story right now, with the fact that there isn't that much that's changed with FTR. It's just a bit of an attitude thing. So book the Pat Gunther match. Pat's going to get a lot of good spots in. He's going to surprise a lot of people with athleticism. Gunther's finally going to turn it up. And it will be Gunther winning. But immediately following the match, you're going to have Goldberg come out. And Goldberg's going to challenge Gunther for SummerSlam. I think a lot of people are forgetting about Pat McAfee's ability to wrestle. No, they're going to play off the fact that he's a former football player, right? See, if Dax was smart, he'd distract the referee like Cash do all the work right now. Any chance of their football? No. I think it's going to take a lot for Lesnar to come back. Granted, the company's never say never kind of thing, but at the same time, I think this past week, WWE's done enough to piss off the fans. And they're doing a lot of very unpopular moves, right? All these cuts and... I don't think you want to pull another one like pulling Lesnar out. Because there's more of a reason for fans to walk away. And I hate to say it to WWE fans, but AEW is starting to get closer to another heater again. The last 4 or 5 weeks, it's been pretty strong, and right now AEW is heading towards their Mania season. Really interested to see how Randy works with Cena. It's going to be a very slow, very plodding match. A lot of people forget that outside maybe one match, the I Quit match with... I think it was 2012 between the two. Most of the matches between those two have been garbage. Mid at best. No Mercy? Okay, sorry, thank you. Oh, and here comes the ring bell. All in season better than Mania 4. We'll see. We can confirm that after everything's done. And a cutter outside the ring. Oh, and here comes Daddy Magic. He couldn't find Cash on the bleachers right there. Really excited for Double. I will be too. I want to see a little bit more of the card. I'm very tempered but excited for the fact that we always see a good match. Why are we cutting to a break in the middle of a brawl outside the ring? They should have waited at least till they got to the back before they cut to a commercial break. Once again, another production snafu. No, right now, just with what's on there with Mercedes and with Mercedes versus Jamie and Will versus Hangman, it's looking really awesome right now. You don't want Anarchy in the Arena? We're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's going to get announced next week after the cage match. we are going to get Swerve, Omega, Hangman. We're going to get Swerve, Omega, and the Ops against the Bucks and the Death Riders, some version of the Death Riders. That way Mox doesn't have to defend the title at the pay-per-view. I wonder if you put Okada in that match. Wouldn't surprise me if you do. Wouldn't surprise me if you don't. But you will get Anarchy in the arena. It's like a staple that they have every year at AEW at Double or Nothing. And let's face it, Double or Nothing, like AEW does their pay-per-view order in terms of the top shows. Traditionally, it's the same order as WWE, but now it's a little bit off because WWE's trying to consider SummerSlam as their number 2 pay-per-view. Now with AEW, it used to be that the Rumble used to be number 2, with Mania, of course, being number 1. So right now, All In's number 1, Double or Nothing's got to be number 2. And then you literally can go back and forth between which one's 3 and 4 for AEW, between Revolution and Survivor Series is always number 2. With all due respect, when it was actually a different show, it was number 2 for me. Because it had that different... It always felt number 3 to me, to be honest. If you want to go old school, it always felt number 3 to me. SummerSlam actually felt like number 4. It almost felt like, in the summer you don't really want to book a lot of shows. But yeah, if you're talking about OG Survivor Series with the 4-on-4, the fact that it felt different... I hated when the Rumble decided to give the winner the title shot at the main event. Because it sort of limited who could win it. So, I need to get some clarification, but I'm pretty sure this is the way it's going to work. We're getting a 4-hour show on Wednesday and then a 2-hour show on Saturday. So for anybody that says AEW doesn't give enough wrestling, in that case, yeah, we're still schedule's still going to run as I expected here, so. Yeah, a lot of wrestling next week for AEW. And we were just over a week away from Double or Nothing as well after that. But you got to admit, you got to give AEW the benefit of the doubt when it comes to tribute shows, because, well, I'm pretty sure the best Dynamite in the history of the company has to be the Brody Lee tribute show. Of course, this one's going to hit a lot different because it's not a wrestler that's actively on the roster. But TK's from Chicago if they're doing a tribute to Mongo McMichael, right? Oh, here we go. Here's old school. Backdrop driver. Looked like Dax almost forgot to kick out. Sorry, okay, yes. They're not doing Battle of the Belts, Nat, so you can calm down. They're doing a special edition of Beach Break, which is going to be a tribute to Steve Mongo McMichael on Saturday. They're going to have Flair included with it. So yeah, they're actually doing a tribute show, so did the Tully Blanchard special. They should bring out Sting. They probably will. It wouldn't surprise me they do that. But yeah, it also makes sense to do something like that on a Saturday night. There's not a lot going on that weekend. At least I don't think so. And by that time, we're probably looking at... We're probably looking at TNT getting out of the NHL playoffs. Because we're probably looking at, like if I'm looking at it right now, we're probably looking at start of the third round, and I don't even know if TNT has the third round. Probably have it for the NHL, so that might be a bit of confusion, but... Yeah, but I'm also thinking about the third round, not just the semifinals. What is he? He's going for a triple superplex? A triple superplex. You want to talk about three amigos? This should be called the three El Jefes. El Jefe, the heavies. Jesus. Love Garcia's the most improved of all time. Nats, I will argue that. I will argue that point. If he's the most improved male wrestler, yes. I will still go with Harley Cameron as most improved wrestler in the history of AEW. Because I think Garcia already had that level. Harley did not. So Sky Blue is going to be challenging, okay. Sky Blue, Tony Storm, and two unknowns. Ricochet and Zach Gallant. So are we only doing 2 hours? Like, I'm confused as all hell about this. Now, if we're going to break this down again. Oh my God. Dax going after Nigel. This is not good. They're pushing Nigel's coming back. He's trying to get the cheap win out of this. Nigel's going down to the ring. This is not good. All right, Nigel's had enough. I knew he's getting back in the ring somehow here. All right, well, this match is thrown out. All right. I want to see if TK actually answers here. Be willing to bet he called it Danielson Nigel versus FTR Texas. That would be a hell of a fun way of putting it. But there's also a possibility of us looking at it. We might end up getting Garcia and Garcia Nigel. I'd love to see Danielson Nigel, because could you imagine the pop in that building when Danielson's out there? And the fact he wouldn't have to work as much being in a tag match. And working with guys like FTR, that's probably the best bet they could do here. But so yeah, another edition of Collision out of the way here. Pretty decent show. As we got a lot of story progression on a lot of stories here. Yeah, 8 to 10. All right, so all right, I got 8 out of 10 for the rating. Okay, that makes sense. I don't mind this Tekken 8 shirt because Kazuya and MJF are about on the same level right now. By the way, good to see you here tonight, STG. I love how we got fans starting to open up their mouth about what's happening here for what to expect next week. Whether we're going to get 2 normal shows or are we going to get 1 long show. Hitting the hay from a long day. Hey, I don't blame you. We're going to be wrapping things up here for Collision here real quick here. Well, as we're going through it, some of the big things we found out, we're probably going to get Marina and Tony going at it here. Marina and Willow going at it pretty soon here. We're going to get, we got Zach Gowen and Ricochet next week. Anybody that's an old school wrestling fan, that's Zach Gowen. The one-legged man is going to be taking on Ricochet next week on Dynamite. But yeah, it looks like I'll have to wait and see what... Yeah, we get that. After everybody was complaining about Ricochet and his comments online with Javon Evans, this is how he's getting suspended. He's getting a match with Zach freaking Gowen. And then, of course, the announcement that Saturday is going to be a tribute to Steve Mongo McMichael. So it's nice to see how that works out. And, it's going to be interesting to see what turns up here. But all in all, once again, like you said, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's very consistent lately that the matches have been very good. The production is off a little bit. Like Jalisco Bailey was a great match. The Don Callis night, let's face it, it was a decent night for them. Sucks that the Dark Order get used the way that they are, but you can't help it. But, other than that, I think there's not much more to talk about tonight's show with, so... For those on Twitch, hang on here. We're going to go to a break right away, and then we can hit up WWE 2K25. For those watching on the old YouTubes, the pin comment in the chat is where we're going to be continuing on the stream here tonight. So stop by and say hi. Basically, due to copyright reasons, I got to leave it on Twitch only here because some of the music I have to take out as the stream goes along here. So... Once again, everybody, thank you over on the YouTube side. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Join us on Wednesday for our next live show as we're going to be checking out Beach Break. Whether it be 2 hours, whether it be 4 hours, we're not sure. We'll find out. as we get closer, if it ends up being broken up to two 2-hour shows, we'll let you know, and we might cancel Tuesday's stream just to see if we can get some other stuff going on here. But with that being said, thank you everybody over on YouTube, and we will see you all here on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Take care. And